connecting the dots for open contracting to thrive in Nigeria, promoting transparency and accountability in our society. We still have Margaret Lawrence, Program Officer, Public and Private Development Center, PPDC Abuja, right here in the studio. You can call in 080-911-27352. Perhaps you have one question or the other, or you have a contribution to make. 080-911-27352. Could you give us more, like you gave out some phone numbers and social media handles?
So
yes.
I'll just read our handles again, but one of the things I think I will also emphasize on is I want to encourage the citizens to visit the Budeshi portal. I'm looking at seeing traffic on it. I'm looking at seeing citizens putting a lot of interest, see what, as it concerns them, see what's happening in your locality, see what is awarded, see what is supposed to be done, follow up on it, and then also reach out to us if you have any complaints or any challenges. Like I said, it is on Budeshi. It is on www.budeshi.ng. And then our telephone number is 070 666 18896. You can also send us an email at ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. On Twitter, we're at ppmonitorng. ppmonitorng is in capital letter. And then on Facebook, we're on Procurement Monitor. On Instagram, we're at procurement_monitor_Budeshi. And like I said, we have the toll-free line where nobody's charging you, where you can talk and go on and on, which is the 0800 Budeshi. So if you just type Budeshi, you get the figures, or you can just copy the number, which is 0800 283 3744. I'll take it again, 0800 283 3744. That's a toll-free number.
All right, Margaret Lawrence, any final words on the program today?
Okay, so my final words is, like I said initially, I'm encouraging citizens to participate. I'm encouraging citizens to visit these platforms. I'm encouraging citizens to call us, to give us feedbacks, to lay their complaints. I'm encouraging citizens to reach out to us so that we can work together.
Okay, before we go, I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. I'm fine, thank you. Could you please put off your radio set so we can hear you clearly? All right, what's your name?
My word is this project really not by any law? So even if we make complaints, so I sure that the channel for sanction and error.
What's your name?
Hello?
What is your name?
My name is Suleiman Abdullahi. I'm actually managing for James.
All right, thank you very much, Suleiman Abdullahi.
Thank you.
All right, he said, is this backed by any law?
Yeah, thank you, Suleiman, for reaching out. So yeah, it's backed by the law. That's the Freedom of Information Act 2011.
Suleiman, did you get that? Backed by the Freedom of Information Act. Okay. If you have any more questions, I think we have a minute or two. 080-911-27352. You can still join the conversation on Twitter. The handle is at ppmonitorng. Using the hashtag #OpenItToFixIt and hashtag Budeshi.
See what the government is purchasing, if they are meeting the needs of the people, and we can also check for malpractices during this process.
How do you check for malpractices?
Okay, so basically we as an organization, we have this tool which is the FOI, and we send out.
That's the Freedom of Information.
Exactly. We send out requests to MDAs. They give us data as response. And then from the data, we put all of these things in the public domain. We also have the people we call the CBMs who we send to go out and then, check all of these things, see if they are functional, if they are complete, if they are working, see the status of it, and give us feedback.
And you do that even during this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, we do that, but for this period, we have this constraint for data.
Oh, why is that?
Yes, we it's a good. The good news is that the BPP has actually issued this guideline, mandating the MDAs that are doing emergency procurement to actually disclose on their portal the NOCOPO. But then we found that some of the requests we have written out as an organization, we have not received the response.
From the ministries, departments, and agencies.
Exactly, yes.
All right, you can join the conversation on Twitter at PPMonitorNG using the hashtag Open It to Fix It and hashtag Budeshi. What is Budeshi, by the way?
Okay, so in Hausa, Budeshi it simply means open it.
Open it.
And then we adopted it, and then we used it for our portal, which is called the Budeshi portal. This is the portal we use to input all of our data, and we put, like I said, we put it in the public domain. So that's why we call it the Budeshi, which means open it.
Open it. I think that's interesting. All right. There are reports about some alarm being sounded over possible corrupt schemes and embezzlement in relation to the COVID-19 donations. How could open contracting prevent such situations?
Okay, so like I said initially, the BPP has given us that good news that very shortly from now, we should be expecting responses from these MDAs. Now, the advantage of this open contracting in this pandemic season is the openness. So when we get this data, we put it in the public domain, like I said. Mm-hmm. When it's in the public domain, everybody will also advise people to come around, play with it, see what is happening there. When it's in the public domain, you have access to it. You can see if this is, I give an example. I've heard people say, yes, they said they built this. And then we went there and we found that there is an uncompleted building. But now from the news we got was that they built it, and then you have maybe 100 inmates as COVID patients. So now if we don't get this data from the MDA, we can't get all of this information. That's why the open contracting is all about full disclosure. From the inception to the completion, we want to know what you're doing, how you're going about it, and how you arrived at whatever it is that you have given to us. So the benefits of this open contracting, it's that openness. The openness to the public, the openness to the citizens, the openness to everybody. That way we can get, like I said, the information we want. We can know the problem we are looking at. We can know what the government is doing, and we can know where the government is at a particular time and what we are also expecting.
All right, it's still Vision FM 92.1. Join the conversation on the Twitter handle at PPMonitorNG using the hashtag Open It to Fix It and hashtag Budeshi. All right, Margaret Lawrence, what role does your organization play in promoting open contracting in Nigeria?
Yeah, amongst many other things we do, we have these open data portals. The open data portals are like the Budeshi, like I said. We also have the Budeshi Hub. We have the Budeshi Platform where we input all of these details from the inception to the completion stage. And then we have the Budeshi Hub where we put the pictures. Like I said, we have the CBMs. The CBMs are the community-based monitors who go out, they take pictures of whatever it is they see, the status of the project, the status of whatever it is you said, the number of things you said you have purchased. So all of these things, we have pictures as evidence, we put it in the public domain, and one of the tools we use is the Budeshi Platform and the Citizen Hub. So when it's kept there, anybody can access it, whilst we also do our own investigation.
Okay. You spoke about your interaction with some government agencies and parastatals. Are there any suggestions for a way forward to open up contracting, and can we trust that there will be progress, since everyone's interest is in ensuring that we achieve an open system in the contracting space?
Yeah, so we spoke to these government agencies, and they gave us a lot of feedback. One of the feedback is actually the lack of awareness. Some of them claim they don't know what it's all about. And the beauty of it is that we also spoke to the BPP, the Bureau, which is our government, as an organization. We spoke to them and they said yes, they actually conducting this training, but the inspections and all of that. So they talked about equipment, they talked about continuous training, and then one of the challenges that were, they kept echoing on was the chief executives. Sometimes they want to disclose, and some of the chief executives were like, no, don't do this now, don't do this now, don't do this now. But the beauty of it is that I think sometime last year, the SGF also issued a circular mandating MDS to publish data on the Nokopo portal. And then this year again, whilst the pandemic thing came up, the BPP has also issued a guideline on carrying out, emergency procurement. So all of these things that are put together, we are actually, like I said, BPP has given us the good news that we should be expecting, a lot of data coming, maybe sometime next week. So all of these things will be put on the portal where people can also access it. And whilst it will also help us look at what the government is doing and then, the next steps we can take.
All right. You talked about your CBMs making available data information to the public, and you also mentioned Nokopo portal. Tell us about these contracting platforms available for citizens to access contracting information.
So now the CBNs are community-based monitors.
Okay.
It's not a platform. They are just monitors that are in the states, in the various states.
They monitor the projects.
Exactly. Those are the CBMs. Now the Nokopo portal is a portal where MDAs are supposed to publish when they do their bid processing, bid openings.
Well, the MDAs go directly to the portal
and yes, impute their data
by themselves.
Yes. So they're supposed to impute their data for public disclosure, for total disclosure. So it can be in the domain, the public domain itself. But the PPDC also has a Budeshi portal where we have something similar to what the BPP is also doing. So like I said, we use the tool of FOI, Freedom of Information, and then we write to the MDAs, making requests for stuff they've done for the previous year. And then when we get the data from them, we also put on our own Budeshi platform.
Okay, so if I just go and I type in Budeshi, I would have access to
www.budeshi.ng.
Oh, okay. Now, listening to all that you have said about open contracting, can you highlight its benefits to citizens and the government?
Okay. The benefits to the citizens, one, it's easy access to information. Easy access to information, which means that some people will tell you, waiting consignment. This is our government self. You can't do anything. So now, if you don't want to, put yourself in those shoes, you can, at the end of the day, you can just go to our portals. Like we mentioned the Nokopo, we mentioned the Budeshi. You can just go to our portals, we play around it. It's in the public domain. You can see as it concerns you wherever you're located, where you're from. You can see what the government is doing. Okay, this was allocated to this place. This is what the contract sum is. This is what they said they built. This is the status. You can see all of those things. And it's the beauty of it is that you can also raise alarm. You can give us a feedback. We have our various channels. You can connect with us. We have designated staff that you can talk to at any time to give information. So peradventure, this information is not correct, or you think that, something is funny here, or there's a red flag somewhere, you can call our attention to it. So that's one of the benefits of this open contracting. Like I said, the access to information, the feedback mechanisms. You can also initiate your own formal investigation. So that way now, at the end of the day, you might not even need to pass through us. Once you know that, okay, so this was allocated to your, this was supposed to be done in your community, you can go to your local government chairman directly and say, this is what we were supposed to be expecting. Why is it like this? And then sometimes to also, enlighten citizens and tell them, you see them constructing something in your locality and you feel that, this person is doing something for you. No, it's not this person, it's your money. So we also encourage people to own it. when you own it, you go, you see the status of what they are doing, you see the quality of what it is they are using to, build whatever it is they are building. And when you think that is not good enough, because you're there, you can always like, this thing is not right. It is also an opportunity for you to raise an alarm and, either talk to us or talk to whoever you think is in charge, whoever supervises it and all of that. Also, you cannot, like I said, that's direct appeal. You can also write to the implementing agency, like, okay, so we discovered that this will, because at the end of the day too, sometimes you see there are signposts in those places. This person constructed this by this agency and all of that. So you can also write directly to these people and say, oh, it wasn't like the way you planned it, or this is not what they are doing.
But the direct appeal, is that even advisable? Like they go directly to maybe the chairman or the person involved and say, hey, you were supposed, is that advisable?
Yeah, sure. You're a citizen of Nigeria. It's your right. That's why you have the freedom of information. It's your right. You can ask questions. We have this hashtag we always use. Hashtag ask questions. You can always ask questions. It's your right. So that's why we always encourage citizens that if you have any challenges, you can reach out to us through our handles and you'll get someone to talk to you or give you a guide on what to do, or better still, we can assist you. But most times when we want to, push into this assistance, we want to confirm that you're actually genuine. So you're not just waking up because you want to antagonize someone. You just wake up and say, this person is not doing well, or this person didn't do well. So most times we always want you to send pictures. We have also the WhatsApp where you can send pictures, you can do videos.
Give evidence.
Yes, evidence of what exactly it is you're saying.
Because I do know that these people don't have access to the people, the leaders that are usually in charge of these projects. People don't have direct access to them.
That's one point. If you don't have direct access, we can help you, give you a guide on how to access them. So even if you don't have access, it's not something that you should worry about. We can give you access to them. And some people too, we found out some, from previous interviews, some people are scared. They don't want anybody to come and start hunting them tomorrow.
That's why I asked, is it advisable?
Yeah, sure. If you can face it, that we encourage citizens' participation. We encourage citizens' participation. It's not a one-man thing, and we cannot have it all. We cannot get it all. We are in Abuja, but we do stuff around different states. And it's not like, oh, we're there. That's why we encourage the citizens' participation. If you see something, say something. If you think that you can't say something, reach out to us. We'll help you. We'll give you a guide, and we might put you through on how to go about it.
So how can they reach you? What platforms?
Okay, so yeah, sure. We're on social media. We're everywhere on social media. We have our phone numbers. I can call it out, which is 070-666-18896. That's our phone number. Once you dial, someone is there to attend to you. You can send us an email to ppdc@procurementmonitor.org. We're also on Twitter. On Twitter, we are at ppmonitorng. I take it again, at ppmonitorng. We're also on Facebook, which is the Procurement Monitor. On Instagram, you can see us at procurement_monitor_Budeshi. We also have a toll-free line, which is the 0800 Budeshi. So it is 0800 283 3744. On that line, you're not paying. You can go on and on and on and on and express your fears, express your worries, talk to us about whatever it is that your challenges, or you can, call us and inform us that, see, something like this is happening in my place. Can you send someone to, come and see, investigate, and all of that?
Oh, so this is not just about, projects, contracts, even events, happening.
Yeah, so it's basically when you say events, how do you mean events?
You said if something is happening in the area.
Yeah, so sometimes you go to, some project sites and you find out that they're using very low quality stuff. And then you hear that, this building was constructed 2 months ago. And the next thing you hear, it has fallen. How? So those are one of the challenges of the quality of stuff you use. Or sometimes you can go to somewhere and when you play with the Budeshi and then you see that a contract was awarded for 28 million, and then you go and you see a contract in your own eyesight. By the time you use your own judgment, it's like 500,000. you can,
Such things can be reported.
Yes, exactly. You can report it, you can call our attention to it, and then we can either follow up or give you a guide on next steps.
What other things can people, reach out to you to report?
Well, we are open to everything basically, but then, like, this is Nigeria. We want to follow up on what exactly the government is doing with the taxpayers' money. We hear a lot on budget, we hear a lot on procurement, we hear a lot on various things. So basically, we do the health, we do the education, and so like I said, we are open to any other thing. So you can still call us, and depending on whatever it is you're talking about, we'll give you a guide or preferred solution.
And this cuts across the whole state?
Yes, sure. The whole state.
Of the Federation.
Nigeria.
All right. Well, we're still connecting the dots for open contracting to thrive in Nigeria. We still have Margaret Lawrence, Program Officer, Public and Private Development Center, Abuja, PPDC, right here in the studio. We'll be right back. Stay with us.